Welcome back
to
Girls
to Women.
That my best friend. She a real bad bitch, got her own money. She don't need no nigga on the dance floor. She had 2-3 drinks, then she twerking. She throw it out and come back in. That's my best friend.
Okay.
Please.
It's always the last set where we're a bit like,
One of us has got a vocal coach. The other
although
one
we're
doesn't.
back.
This one.
Oh my gosh, just love that
Right.
song.
What are we talking about?
That's what I forgot.
No.
This one is a big one. It's because like we've all done it, but it's
Mm.
dating for potential.
Yeah. This is
Stop doing it.
Yeah, but to be fair, yeah, it's such a pattern that's ingrained in us because it's kind of like, oh, but he can be better, and he said he was gonna do this, and he said he was thinking about that. And I remember when my ex used to drive us around, and he would say things like, "Oh, see that place? I was gonna book us there. You see that? I was gonna buy that for you."
My ex did the same thing.
Frick! I was always like, why didn't you do it then? Are you kidding me?
Exactly the same shit. Oh my gosh. Or it'd be like, oh yeah, like I was gonna plan us a trip there. Or oh my gosh, yeah, great idea. Maybe I should have done that. I'm like, well, yeah, maybe you should have.
No, and this is why this episode is all about why you should not date for potential, because potential usually goes nowhere.
Yeah, and that's why it's hard when you start getting into your like daydreaming, you're thinking about the future, and you guys always talk about the future and someone's love bombing and everything. It's like, okay, that's great.
Yeah.
But like, what about right now?
Yeah.
Because to get there,
Yeah.
we gotta
actually have some plans in place.
Yeah.
I believe you have some examples for us.
Yeah. Okay, so let's go. I dated him for 2 years because I believed in his potential. He always said he was working on things. Turns out the only thing he was consistent at was keeping me waiting.
Yep.
Lesson. Potential is not, oh, I like this. Potential is not a personality trait. If it's not showing up now, it's not real.
I couldn't have said it better myself. And look, bless him as well, but like my ex was always the person, like I was saying, was I'm gonna, even with businesses as well. It'd be like a quarter executed and then stop. And then a quarter executed on something else and then stop. And then I just had to come to a point in my life where I was like, am I actually ever going to be fully supported and led by this man in a safe and certain way? I was not.
Same with my ex. It was work too. It would be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna start that this week, or I'm gonna do this, and then he would do a little bit and then be like, but yeah, no, I'm definitely doing that. And I'm like, okay, well, you haven't done anything, so like, what are you actually doing?
Yeah. And then that's when we start to build up resentment and bitterness as women and start to project that in our relationship, and that's when it becomes toxic and vile. You don't even want to be around them.
Exactly.
Because again though, any guy who is like stuck in his potential phase should not be dating.
Yeah, this is the thing. And like, it's kind of hard because like we were in a situation where like he had to give up his normal way of making money and find another way. But like as a man or as a true like male mentality, you should be like, okay, cool. Well, I'm going to do all I can to make sure that we're okay.
Yeah.
Whereas he would be more like, he'd get overwhelmed by it. He'd be like, I'm so overwhelmed today. Like, I don't
rely on you.
Yeah, rely on me, because it was like I had some stuff coming in, which I didn't even want to do, right?
Yeah.
But he was just like, oh, no, I'm too overwhelmed. And he'd get depressed about the fact that like he didn't know what he wanted to do. And I'm just like, well, then figure it out.
Overwhelm and depression for men comes from not taking action.
Yeah. You can't just keep like relying on like things to be easy and like not knowing where you want to go.
It's literally
like,
not what they're wired for.
Nah. And then at that point, it was like, okay, maybe we should have just like broken up earlier, right? And then like now, like he's got his getting his shit together.
Seems like.
But yeah, nah. If a guy can't even like figure out what he wants to do for like his career, then yeah, it's fine.
You shouldn't be dating him.
But you shouldn't be dating. Yeah.
That's
no,
correct.
It's definitely fine. Everyone's gonna go through that phase of like changing what they're doing for their income. Maybe they're in their hustle phase. Maybe they're in the growth phase. They're building something. They shouldn't be dating.
No. And I know that I'm getting mature and quite aware in relationships when I meet a guy that I've got amazing connection with. We've gone on an amazing business meeting. And
what do you call it? A catch up.
A catch up.
Yeah.
Or a consultation.
A consult.
A consult. And he says to me that he's not quite sure where he's going with his career. I put a pin in that right then and there, because you know what? It's doing me and you a disservice to put your energy elsewhere, because if you're going to be a leader, you need to lead yourself first.
right? And you know what? It takes a lot of maturity to do that.
Yeah.
A lot of evolution.
Yeah.
But also, it's like, it doesn't mean that you don't have a great date. Doesn't mean that you don't have a
Exactly.
great connection.
Yeah.
But like long-term potential, nah.
I'm not.
Look
Look
how many people we can have that with. We
Yeah.
could have connection and a great freaking time with so many
True.
people. Like, it's really not that hard.
It's true, but I'm not going to spend any more time
Yeah.
dating potential.
Yeah. That's the difference, right? It's like,
Yeah.
okay, get on the date,
Yeah.
right? You might have an amazing date, you might not. But if you do have an amazing date, then you've got to figure out whether this is going to be potential or whether this is like definitely going to happen.
Yeah. What's the next example?
Um.
We're flying through for you girls today because we got 5 minutes left.
Oh yeah, he kept saying, once I'm settled, I'll be ready for something serious. I gave him time, patience, space. He gave the next girl everything I was waiting for.
Yeah, that tends
Lesson
to happen.
is, it's rarely timing, it's usually alignment.
Absolutely. We talk
I
about this a
agree.
lot. It's divine design. If this is your man and God, the universe, whatever you like to say, will put him in your place either for the lesson or the blessing, just take it as it comes, because you know what? The next person that comes into your life, they were someone else's lesson and they're your blessing.
Oh, this is the thing, right? And it's always the thing, like, your guy will probably be like amazing to the next
Yeah.
girl because you've taught him everything he needs to know, and he's learned from, like, yeah, you being the lesson to him. So that's just life, unfortunately. Like, it
No,
sucks.
I think fortunately, because I would like to say thank you for all the women that have dated my future husband.
Yeah.
You better have been giving
Oh yeah,
him
you
lots
better
of
be
lessons,
shaping
right?
him to be the guy that you're now gonna have.
That
yeah.
we are going to call our blessing.
Yes, that's true. I love that, by the way. It's
Right?
like it's either gonna be a lesson or a blessing.
Yeah, I think that's the perfect reframe when we are, I don't like to say either in that waiting phase, but in the transitional phase from being single to married.
Let's just call it a transitional phase.
Transitional phase,
I like
right?
that, yeah.
We are the lesson for someone while we wait for our blessing. And while our blessing is being transformed into the blessing, someone else is being his lesson.
Oh my gosh, I love that so much. It's like a nice way of looking at dating.
Right?
And like either way, like it's still an experience, right?
Yes.
Can be a fun one, a
Yeah, it
romantic
can be a healing one, a
healing
romantic one.
yeah.
Like you
Someone to
just-
show you the things that you didn't realize that you could
Yep.
have, the things that have been missing lately.
Yep.
Someone to bring back your inner spark.
Yep.
Someone to bring back your inner womanhood.
Open your
Someone
heart
to make
chakra.
you feel sexy again.
Yes.
There's always going to be someone. And then obviously the lessons of people like, okay, don't accept that. Don't tolerate that. Like
Exactly.
every experience is a redirection to something else.
Take something from it and move forward with that. But this is why we're so big on like not dating for that P word, for the potential. Because when you're just in the realm of potentialities, you're not really moving forward in either a lesson or a blessing. You're just kind of staying
It's
stagnant.
And stagnant
right?
is the worst place to
Yeah,
be.
literally.
Like stuck. You don't want to be stuck in any area.
Pond scummy water.
Yeah, it's actually like scummy water. Like with your career, in friendships,
Yeah.
in relationships, with your own self.
Yeah.
Nah, it's not a
Never
vibe.
be afraid of like the challenge of what could this be if it wasn't potential. And then you'll get your answer.
Exactly. Oh my gosh, that's so true. If you already had it there.
Right. Last one, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
I confused chemistry and his ambition talk for actual substance. He spoke like a high value man, but he lived like a boy.
Yep.
The lesson is listen to patterns, not promises.
Absolutely.
Oh, I love that. I love that. It's so full on.
Olivia always used to say, facts, not feelings.
It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
if you got a guy in front of you who's like, oh, but I treat you well and this, and I'm going to do all of this for you, mommy, and like the whole world is yours.
What have you done though?
And he still lives with 5 flatmates, can't even wash his own clothes. Oh, honey, that's a fact that he is not ready to be a leader. So you ain't dating for that potential.
Yeah, that was like my ex when he always used to say, oh, one day, like I can't wait to be like this, the guy that
One
you
day.
want, and I'm going to take you away to a really nice place, and I'm going to put a ring on your finger, and I'm going to spoil you, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, cool.
I'm gonna.
Well, you haven't done it so far, so,
it.
you know, like.
Yeah, dating like I'm gonna's is extremely exhausting.
So exhausting.
But now that we've healed ourselves, we don't allow energetic space for that in our lives anymore. And if we have a date
No.
with someone like that, we're very quick to be like, not seeing them again.
Yeah. And we don't take it as like, oh my gosh, woe me, I'm going through this again. It's just
No.
like, no. No, it's all a process.
Just another lesson.
Yeah, another lesson.
What can I take from
Yeah.
it? That's it.
You
But-
can take something from anyone.
Yes,
Like
you
literally
can.
every single date you go on, you could take a lesson from. And you know what? Every lesson, wow, like we're becoming wiser.
So much
Yeah,
wiser.
it's building you and your repertoire as a person.
so smart.
right? I'm like, I've been on so many dates.
Basically Einstein at this point, okay? Just saying.
Well, no, when you know what you want and what you don't want, dating becomes Dating becomes a lot harder.
What? No. Let's reframe that. Dating becomes a fun game.
It's definitely like, it's like a game of chess.
Well, it's kind of like where's Waldo or where's Wally at this point.
Oh my
You
gosh.
have so many high standards and you're like, where the frick
Okay.
is this man?
Yeah, I would say Where's Wally is way more.
But it's fun. It's fun if you can just remember again that your blessing is coming. Just, you got to go through those lessons, and like the way that you handle the lessons, like God is always checking. Are you going to fall for that potential trap again? Or are you going to wait for your gift?
Oh my gosh, it's like that reel that keeps going around where it's like God's there and he's like, oh, sorry, bro, it's another lesson. He's like, you're going to give me my person.
He's
He's
like,
just
I
like,
know, I made him.
it's like, sorry, bro.
I made him. It's character development at the end of the day, but God is watching.
God is always watching.
The universe is always
Yeah.
listening. Do not fall in that potential trap.
Because
okay?
when you are ready, when you have gone through enough lessons, when you've done all the work, and when you have figured out if they are a lesson or they are your blessing or your person, then you will get that. It will be right in front of you and it will slap you in the face.
Let's leave it with the slap in the face there.
Ah.
All right.
Bye.